Yo, the Cultural Currency Podcast is back in effect.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? I'm your host, JoePro973.
The Swiss Langacy co-host, and then you know what we doing.
Absolutely. And today, we just want to remind y'all that time is money. Thank you for investing with us. And we intend to give y'all some nice little nuggets, you know what I mean? So we could keep pushing the culture forward, though. What's going on, bro? How you feeling, man?
Nah, man, I'm good, man. Like I said, we in here, we keeping the culture moving forward.
Absolutely. And, like I said at the start of the last episode, we've been getting a lot of encouragement, a lot of love through the likes, through the comments, and we
Yes.
really do appreciate it. We just want y'all to just, continue to blast these things off, share them with your friends,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Comment below if you disagree with what I'm saying or, you know what I mean, you disagreeing with what Swiss saying.
Or if you agree, you
Yeah,
know what I'm
just,
saying?
let us know. And,
I mean, because
we
it's all
definitely.
about moving us all forward, man. We all trying to get it together.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
so today, the daily dividend for today, we're going to start off. We're going to give them, kind of a little bit on accountability. I know, that's kind of like a hot button topic. It's always a hot button topic, but what does accountability mean to you, bro?
Man, accountability is is a reflection of the work you put in and what you feel you deserve.
Okay.
So I can explain that. So, like we was talking off camera a little bit. Coming up, we had people who tell us to do right, and then we go out there and do wrong on our own because of the circumstances we in.
Yeah.
And then when they don't help us, we say, "Oh, they don't fuck with us," or certain reasons why. It's like, nah, they was trying to tell you to stay positive the whole time, but because you wanted new sneakers and you wanted the material things,
You wanted to go out
you
there and get
wanted to
that the
go out
quick
and do
way.
that, and then you had to learn your lesson the hard way because you
Yeah.
didn't listen to the lessons that was trying to be told to you this
Yeah.
way. You get what I'm saying? So accountability to say you gotta refix your life and fixing your life. Ain't nobody calls that. You made the decisions on your
Yeah.
own unless somebody got a gun to your head to force you.
I'm glad you got to that point. So when you say you got to fix your own life. And so that's one way that accountability is, either taken or not taken, you know what I mean, amongst people.
Yes.
You can be in a situation and you could blame everybody else. Oh, the white man is why I'm fucked up right now.
Yeah.
Or, man, homie, yeah, because, you know what I mean, I was in the car with homie and but I feel like even if it's a situation that you feel like is unjust or unfair, we all have a level of accountability that we have to play in that.
So yeah, that's right. So I tell people like this. I copped out every time I went to prison, right?
Yeah.
They be like, "Oh, you cop out, you might could beat it here." You like, bruh, I know I was doing wrong, and I'm about to just cop out because
You
I'm gonna get
cause
caught up with what
you
I was
ain't
doing,
yeah, you
dog.
ain't definitely trying to take that
You
thing to
feel me?
trial
Like
and,
I
and
might been when they tried it, but they actually caught me over here, and they could smoke me for that. So what is you talking about? Like, let me
yeah.
just go get this three flat or this three with. Let me go get this little
Yeah, let
and
me take
over
this on the chest
with.
and get on
You
about of
feel
here.
me? Like it's part of the game. Like I'm accountable for being a hustler. Okay, they caught me hustling. Ain't
And
no
so that's also one way to look at it, but let's broaden the conversation out. We can have accountability with our children.
yeah.
We can have accountability with our parents. We can have accountability with our loved ones. And so, sometimes we may do something wrong, or how can I break this down in layman's terms? The best way I could say it is, you done did something that hurt that girl feelings.
Right.
So are you going to continue to do that when she brings it up to you, or are you going to take accountability for your ways and actions and try to change that behavior?
Right.
So
If you want to still deal with that person.
yeah, if you're still willing to deal
That's
with
what I'm
that person.
saying. Cause that's
So
it. Cause
yeah,
sometimes you accountability is also accepting. All right, I might don't need to deal with this person because of how I'm treating this person.
yeah. But you also have to realize, like you said, it comes with it. So you don't have to deal with this person because they don't want to be treated the way you treating them, but they also don't have to continue to let you treat
Ex-
them any old kind of way.
Exactly. So
So
that's accountability. That's what I mean. Even because you apologize, you gotta also accept that a person don't have to accept your apology
Exactly.
because they
Yeah.
may not feel like
Just because you feel like you in a better place in your
right.
life and you know what I mean, maybe
They
doing
still
things a
want to
different
protect their
way.
peace. They don't want nothing involving you.
Yeah.
You just gotta accept that.
Yeah.
Like it's people who I've done things to who I didn't consider in my circle. And now being on this level, it's like, oh, they be like, man, I don't know. You might be trying to spin me, man. Like they be
Yeah.
like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like
Because
I
just
used to spin people.
and
Like
just because you change don't mean people's perception of you have changed.
right, because they
Or
didn't
even if their perception of you has changed, all right, he changed a little bit, but I'm still scarred from whatever happened
right.
in the past. So I don't even really want to let him back in like that.
And like I said, that's just me. It's probably if you not a part of my circle, I'm probably not even. I apologize, but I'm gonna keep it pushing because we not building either.
Yeah.
Because I know you scarred, so I can't. I'm not. You feel me? You
It's
gotta. It's
nothing deep
nothing.
down that you can do that can
Right.
make things right after a certain point in time.
Exactly.
Sometimes we just got to live
You
with
gotta
that.
just live with it. Like I
Yeah.
tried this way to apologize, this way to apologize, this way to apologize, and you didn't set neither one of them. So how long do you? How long can I keep apologizing before I have to start doing what's necessary for me to move on?
So let's push it forward though. Let's just say that, you know, deep down in your heart, you feel like you may have wronged someone and you really want that person, like you really kind of feel empathetic for that person and you kind of want to be in that person's good graces. How long do you present yourself as apologetic? And at what point in time do you just, you know, wash your hands of everything and just be like, all right, they just not willing to deal with me no more?
That's what I mean. Like after I exhausted all ways that I can to try to make whatever I did, make it right.
Yeah.
If I try to, okay, so let's say if I stole something, if I try to replace the value, I try to do it triple times to make sure it's covered. And then you, oh nah, I don't need that. Oh, all right, it's
Yeah.
cool. All right, bro, I'm just on the table now. Like, you can do what you want with it. I'm walking
Yeah.
away from this situation.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? So,
And so, not to kind of rehash the point that we just made, but you know, at the end of the day, some people may just look at thievery as okay, cut his hands off,
correct.
and you know, just wash your hands of the situation.
Right.
So, when that's the case, then that's the case.
So, but that's what I'm saying. Intention with sometimes with people you around, you gotta. So, okay, let's say me and you, for instance. All right, no, I gotta say this situation right. So we had a situation one time back in the day. We had some counterfeit money. The plan was to exchange the counterfeit money
Yeah.
in the strip club, and then get the change from it and have real bills, right?
Yeah.
So we go out, we do that. All right, everything works out. So we come back home. All right, the next morning, I see the counterfeit money like on the table, just out. So I'm thinking, same plan.
Okay.
So I just take the bread and go do it my way and
Yeah.
still come back.
And
Now
this is without any
this is out
confirmation or
without any
anything.
confirmation. On the
Okay.
next day, I
Okay.
just continue to plan, assuming that I'm helping the situation.
Yeah.
That was counted for already to give to somebody and
Oh,
sold for.
okay.
So I hurt the situation.
Okay.
And the person explained to me that that was stealing because I didn't ask, even though that wasn't my intention. So
Yeah.
sometimes communication has to be made.
Well, that was definitely stealing because what I would say is you still have to verify, even like, but and I know that you may have been, you know,
That's what I
trying to
said.
help
My
the
right.
situation.
So that's how it was explained to me that
Yeah,
it is stealing if you touching somebody things without asking them.
yeah,
Point blank. Period.
yeah.
Is no. That's the definition. There's
And
no
but
way around
you
it.
know,
Your intent might not have been to
like they
steal,
have
but
so many different sayings and meanings behind this stuff. You even have theft. Then you got like theft by deception.
right.
Then you got like strong arm. So it's all
Yeah.
different types of thievery.
So that's what I'm saying. But touching something that is not yours without permission is the bottom line for all of
Yeah, that's the definition. Stealing.
them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
so, that's what I mean. So I had to be accountable that okay, the way they perceived and interpret that was stealing.
yeah,
Don't
definitely.
touch their things anymore without asking them. That's
Absolutely.
it.
Yeah, that's how it boils down to. And that's kind of a lesson that, you hear a lot when you coming up, whether mom dukes or pop dukes and, things of that nature. But I think that's a good segue. So we was talking off camera again, and we was speaking about, the relationship with your pops and everything like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because
So
you was asking me, oh, I ain't really hear you speak about your pops like that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I never like as long as I done known with like I never heard him talk about his pops really much at all. And so
But before now, we was doing crimes. So my pops ain't gonna come up because he not a person who was approving my crimes. So
exactly, yeah,
I can't be like, oh yeah, yo, because me and my pops, we used to trap like we in the trap.
yeah,
We doing mad shit that he
yeah.
not with.
And
Like,
even now that I think about it, like I never really brought up my folks really like that either.
yeah,
Like
like they don't approve of what we doing.
exactly.
So how can we bring them up in the conversation of what we doing?
But I do feel like there may be a situation. Oh yeah, I'm about to go, go visit moms or you know what I mean, something like that.
We probably, yeah, that's the day we ain't see each other on the block. Like,
That just
oh
happened
yeah,
to be
that
the
just
day we
happened
ain't
that
see each
day.
other.
Like we ain't see each other. Assume, all right, where else he at? He with niggas with family. 'Cause
Yeah,
at that time, doing in the hood, we would have been in the hood somewhere together.
yeah.
So
For the most part, yeah.
like, so when we not there, that mean we was with family.
Hmm.
And that look, we trying to keep it separated because they don't want no drugs in their house. They don't want no guns in their house.
Yeah,
So I
they don't
can't
even
really,
want you bringing that attention
you
to
feel
their
me?
house.
Like, so that's what I'm saying. I can't really invite bro over there because we all coming thugged out.
Yeah,
They don't want that.
yeah.
They barely want me
And
and the family.
yo, the crazy part is I can remember this was young, some years back. It might have been in like that 99 era. So I was staying with my peoples up in the Ivy Hill section, and for whatever reason I had got kicked out. So now I gets kicked out the house. I'm on the lam. So my mom's, she see me one day and she like, what you doing? Da, 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 da. And I'm like, well, ma, like I'm just out here. She like, well, boy, come on down. Like, I got a room. You know what I mean? Your sister, she in college. Like, come down. I got a room for you. Man, I goes down there. This had to be like the third night. The homies done came down to the crib because we right there by LB's. This back when the caskets was ringing off. So we don't
Niggas was getting caskets.
we done went and got a casket, went and got some bake, you know what I mean? Came back. So we rolling up, smoking. I go in the house. Now I'm laid down sleep. Mom Duke, she heavy religious. She come in the morning, coming from work, cause she was a nurse. Now I mean, she come in with the blood of Jesus. She coming in anointing me while I'm asleep. She like, boy, you was in here smoking? I'm like, nah, mom, I wasn't smoking. Like I was outside smoking. I wasn't smoking. Long story short, she was like, look, you and your motherfucking homies, y'all, like, don't bring y'all ass down to my shit no more. And so, I get what you're saying about, bringing the homies around,
Yeah.
especially when, your folks and everything, they not into that lifestyle or none of that type of stuff. But yeah, that was a quick little story. Shout out Mars, like, I love you.
I got a room for you. You want to bring all these niggas in?
And y'all smoking that stuff, like,
Yeah, like
hey, that big, man. And I
that
think
big
I
used to
might have just had maybe like a
big.
little clip or a little bit in my pocket. Like it wasn't like I was in there smoking in the house because I know she ain't about that life.
That was
But
that brown weed back then too. I don't know what the hell was
yeah,
that big.
yeah, that thing, man. I'm talking about that shit was like leak or something because you could be you be high for like 2 or 3 days smoking that
Hey,
bake, man. I
that
tell
big.
you,
I don't know if you know, man. That
yeah,
big had niggas going. Yo, we was off that shit.
yeah. Those was the times
Those
though.
was shit. Niggas was
Yeah.
definitely going to get one of those before and after high school, bro. Like we
Word,
going.
we
Like,
definitely was blowing that thing down and be in the corner stuck somewhere
word
like,
up.
oh
Like,
man, I don't know what I'm about to do. I know I had something to do, but I just don't remember.
word up.
But yeah, man, we had a lot of fun out there them times, man. But how do you just look at things now, the transition from, your pops not really approving how your life was to now, like you having a son and a daughter. And
Well,
so like how do you kind of like instill certain things, but then also you realize that kids is gonna be kids.
right. So that's where I'm at. My son 15. So we at that age where he seen me, you know, coming up, like I said, it'd be accountability. I was raising him like more of a little brother at first because I'm in the streets. You know what I mean? He got to be right next to me.
Okay.
So
So he kind of saw
so he
maybe.
kind of saw we right in the hood.
Yeah.
So he's seeing these go down. He's seeing these things go down because he's with me, and I'm a full
Yeah.
time father also
Okay.
who's trying to provide for him. So as did me, sometimes children, as parents, we grow them up faster than they have to because of the circumstances we in.
Yeah.
They have to be aware of certain things, but then also you keep them away from things that you went through and you still need to provide for them. So that's the way the life has. You got to find the balance at. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So you know you don't want him to have the life you had because you created certain things for yourself that you don't want him to have to create for himself. So you want
Absolutely.
him to apply where they need to apply themselves at, like people told us. Well, they didn't tell. So I feel like if somebody would have told us at 18 that we can go take a test and become a cop or get a gun license and do all that, we could have did that and been
I'm gonna push back,
security.
Swiss. I'm gonna push
You feel
back
me?
because my folks, they told me a lot of this stuff that I eventually wound up doing after I came home from prison for the last time. They
Right.
told me a lot of this stuff, and I just didn't listen. Like I can't speak for you to say that maybe your folks didn't tell you or not, but what I guess the point that I'm saying is sometimes people could tell you stuff and they could try to put you over 50 to
Yeah.
certain things, but you have to be willing and receptive to get that information.
So right, but what I'm saying to you also is if they don't know the information, then the
How could
only
they tell you?
information they telling you is what they know,
Yeah, you
and
right
it's
about that.
not what we need.
Yeah, yeah,
You telling me how to survive.
yeah, I
You
feel you.
not telling me the other
The
option.
things that you need to do, like credit and
Right.
trying to establish
So
certain
that's what I'm
things.
saying. And as I grew up, so in the time it's happening, we can't my father and I can't communicate that. We can't communicate like I hear you telling me how to survive, but okay, this is survival. This is how I seen us survive, the way I'm doing it.
I think you left you there's something in that, like a real conversation, a real cultural impact moment right there. You said your father, he can't communicate that to you, or he can't tell you that. I was having a conversation with one of my homeboys. You know, he was having a situation with his mom. He still has his mom, but she's, getting up in age. And it's certain things that he's looking for his mom with. And she's just not, I don't feel like she's able to do things like that. And so I'm gonna try to be quick, but the generations past, they weren't able to, you know, give us hugs necessarily, or, the men like, son, I love you. And so is that something that you're trying to do now? Because the generation is different. I see people always talk about
So
deadbeat dads, but I see fathers at the dentist office with their sons. I see them
yeah,
at doctor's
yeah.
appointments. I see them at these Pop Warner
I mean,
games.
yeah.
So I'm seeing more and more active fathers. But do you think it's a shift from back in the day where that
It's
generation didn't really communicate "I love you" so much?
Uh, well, so again, I maybe as a whole, but like I said, I was raised from my dad until I got rebellious. So
Yeah.
my dad always showed me love. Like he,
No, that's what I agree with. I feel like, and I can't speak personally for your situation, but for me personally, they showed love. They fed us, they clothed us, they
no,
bathed us.
I'm
But the
talking about
words
a hug.
actually, "I love you."
I'm talking about a hug. I'm talking about, like I said, my father had to. I used to kiss my father on the cheek until I was 4 years old. Like it
Okay.
was love. Like it's love.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
he's gonna hug me. The difference is, like I said, because of my mother not being around, even though I love you, you have to do this.
Yes. Yes.
That's the difference of the man. Like,
Yeah.
I love you. You gonna get your ass whooped. I still love you.
Okay. Okay.
You have to do this to make the decisions on your own and learn how to be a man on your
Okay.
own.
So I digress because I didn't want to imply that you didn't necessarily receive that, but I know, like, I
As a whole,
received the love, but I don't necessarily remember hearing those words like "I love you." Like,
so growing up, we used to talk about it, and a lot of boys used to be at my house, and I didn't know why when I was younger. But as we got older and I talked to my friends, it's because of my dad. My
the
dad,
way that he
the way
was,
he
and
was, being like when you come here, you gonna eat, you gonna do some exercise activities, you gonna have fun, and this is the
So
plan. You're gonna clean
he was
up.
like a man's
He's
man.
a
He
man's
provided
man. He
all of that stuff.
provided. He's gonna make sure you have knowledge. We going to yeah, my father was the type, yeah, you can sit in church and you can sit in this IOF meeting. You can do like you're gonna be a positive, he's gonna be a positive influence. Even as a man of what he going through. He don't worry, yeah, I gotta do this to pay bills, but
Yeah.
this is what you should be doing. So he was that what I'm saying, that's why I say the rebellious. He was able to say certain things, but when money come into play, like I said, and we get our own minds because of the things he instilled in me, I just felt like I already knew it. At younger than I would.
So being as though you did get a lot of those things, right? Did you feel like you let him down in so
Yeah,
many ways?
hell yeah. Hell yeah, I feel like I let him down. But that's how I feel. He don't never say I let him down.
Yeah.
He the way like he's still there. Like no matter how many times I didn't listen to him, like even going to prison. I told you not to do this. He the type who, when my first time going to prison, bro, when we was in there and I went there, he told the judge, like, yo, what you doing? Like,
Yeah.
you don't gotta send him to prison. I got him. He just being a knucklehead. I'm
Yeah.
18. Like, he telling the judge this in the courtroom.
Yeah.
Like you don't gotta send him to prison.
So
I
he
got
basically
him.
was trying to advocate for you as much
Yeah,
as
like
possible.
jumping up, like the sheriff's got to be like, oh, it's already done.
Yeah.
And he looking at me like, damn, I had you, but
Yeah.
so he like, damn. To him, he like, all right, I let it go too far. I let you, like,
Let you learn so
I
much on your
let you
own.
right,
Kind of bump your head too much.
right.
Because
So
that's
it's
what
like,
they do.
and that's the conversation. Like we might have had this conversation a week ago. So when I left, cause he got me in the North Tech. I was supposed to take a test to go to North Tech. Let me bring this story in. So about freshman year, my brother on TV already sending money back. It's we feeling ourselves.
Yeah.
It's more money than pop. My bro sending more money back than you ever was able to give me.
Yeah.
The change is changing. Cause okay, in my mind, I'm the kid, man. We got bread now.
Yeah.
This is the way we
So
get bread.
you don't feel like the school route is kind of going to be your way or your path
I don't feel like it's
because
gonna
you
be my
already
way
see your brother and he's making it.
off pure talent
Talent.
that come
Not
that
even necessarily talking no street stuff,
yeah,
but just like being a
just being
talented person.
creative, just being
And music runs in your family.
right. So okay, in my mind, the people you doing the songs with at the time, Mary J. Blige, that's your first song. Oh, we on.
We
You
made
feel me? Like,
it.
we just heard I did joints with Mary J. Blige, my nigga, and then my brother one of them. You feel me?
Exactly.
So, nigga, we lit. He's
Yeah.
sending back bread. It's probably it's probably like 500 every 2 weeks, but I'm 12 years old.
Yeah.
You
So
feel me?
that's like
And we talking
mind
about, as I
boggling.
said, we talking 97, 98. You feel me?
Yeah.
96 to 98. You feel me? Like all this is happening. So when my dad is trying to tell me to steady the course, man, why?
Yeah.
He did this course. He studied the course and he changed it to this way. So it's about to go like this. We trying to tell you, but my father is being of dad. No, you supposed to do it this way, no matter.
And not for nothing, but that's Rock's path.
Right.
That's not necessarily your path at that point. And so that's where, to circle back to our original topic of accountability and maybe expectations.
Correct. But when you have a new business, nobody knows the path. So we're creating paths.
You blazing your trail. Y'all blazing your own trail at that
He
moment.
became the rapper. I promise you, my thought process, I just was young and couldn't execute it. I went to school for business management to manage my brother. My brother got a security company now. It was supposed to be security, artist, manager. Point blank, period.
Yeah.
That was a mindset to a child trying to explain to his dad, your plans and what you want us to do is changing to this for ourselves.
Yeah.
So I want you to help me do this.
So let me ask
Not
you this
just
though.
tell me to do that.
Let me ask you this though, because we just had the episode, and y'all go check that out. The brother Lot, he was here from We Sharp, he's an entrepreneur. But during that episode, the topic came up, especially for back in the day, of people not really being receptive to the entrepreneur lifestyle.
Right.
So you bringing that energy to your dad, and he not necessarily, even being able to see the vision.
Correct. He wants a backup plan.
Yeah, he wants you to kind of like maybe have a degree in something, or maybe go get a trade. You know what I mean? And
so he's not investing into my ideas in the moment.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I definitely understand that, because it's scary. Right. Like, being a business owner.
But being a father and wanting your son to be successful in something you have no clue how to be successful in.
How do you do that?
How do you help somebody go somewhere where you don't know where it's going to be as their father?
As a father now, put your dad hat on now and put your son, or maybe even your daughter.
So
if you're not knowledgeable of the business, is that kind of like a heartbreaking moment that you can't really assist your son or your daughter?
Nope. We learn the business together. Now, look, my dad didn't have a dad to show him how to be a dad.
Yeah.
I had a dad to go take what's right about it, and then also communicate differently to the next generation. To be communicated the way like you said, I put my hat on, but I'm still a child who's talking to a younger version of me.
Perfect.
I'm the dad, and I see me talking to me. But I want to be able to explain to my son and not tell him, okay, you want to do music and social media, and you want to, this is how their generation think. It wasn't for our generation to sit and do podcasts. This is their generation.
Or even streaming.
Right. So for them to have a revenue, we have to learn how their revenue can be created. It's a new way
I definitely think that
revenue.
With the technology, you're 100% right. And in 97, hip hop was fairly new. And so it had been around for 20 plus years at that point in time.
But it wasn't successful.
It wasn't like you don't see you don't see the billionaires. You didn't get those out of music. And so it probably is an okay skeptical feeling for an adult to have in that moment, not knowing how long this genre is going to last.
Correct.
But they always say nothing is new under the sun. And so now you have the streamers. I was asking my nephew, because he scored in like the highest percentile of his class. He's down in Georgia. And I'm like, man, that's dope, man. What you gonna be when you grow up? Because you so smart. You gonna be a doctor, a lawyer? He like, nah, like I'm gonna be a streamer. You feel me? And so like, I feel like that is dope, because they are seeing it. They're being influenced just like we were being influenced by the Nas's, by the Redmans, by the Tretches of the world back then. And so now you have the Kai Cenats, you have the Dennis, Zoe, as females and males.
But like we said, as you get older, I would ask your nephew and say, I still want you to learn a trade of a doctor, because you can stream that, my guy.
Yeah.
Because we need doctors who's smart.
That's part.
Black.
That's the part.
You get what I'm saying? Like, so that's the part where I feel like when they say use your mind for the things that we need, because if we keep going entertainment, then we're going to leave those jobs to other people.
To others, yeah.
So who's going to cater to us when we need those things for our culture?
So now, taking it all back and summing it all up, putting a bow on it, you can see exactly, how your Pop Dukes may have thought at that time.
Yes.
Yeah. And now the difference is
to communicate, because knowing that, okay, the tide was changing to where I felt like he didn't know too much of the business to be able to control us, to directly tell us what to do.
Yeah.
So we figured it out. The same way now that, the younger generation want to figure this streaming stuff out.
They definitely trying to figure it all out.
So we have to
shout out to the streamers, man.
So we have to help embrace them. Okay, you want to stream? How you want to set your room up to do it? Like, you just want to get a camera and get in front of the camera? Like, we know you have to have some type of flair or something.
Yeah.
What are you going to be doing in front of your camera?
I think one of the illest points that you really just made was, you're smart. Go ahead. You can be the doctor and you know, due to HIPAA laws and stuff like that, I'm quite sure you probably couldn't stream while you're doing surgery or nothing.
Right.
But you could stream just as being a doctor.
Right.
And so that's not lost on me. I think that's a very, very good point. Like, because it's all content at the end of the day.
That's what streaming is, right?
It's all content.
Look, they barely. Kyle got people who will watch him sleep. Like, bro.
Yo, I never really tapped in on a stream. Have you? Like, I see the clips here and there, like on social media.
Social media clips, but watching a
Like,
whole
is your
stream,
son, like, is he watching that stuff?
Nah.
He ain't watching
My
that?
son is like on his own creative
Okay.
move. So that's another thing about being creative. Sometimes you stay in a bubble because you don't want ideas from other outsiders.
Okay.
Or you might mimic something you don't even realize you did it because it might be stuck in your head.
And that's like to that point, that's like Shannon Sharp. He was saying that when he watches the games, he turned the volume down because he doesn't want to hear what the announcer said, and he don't want that to influence his take.
Right.
So to your point of being a creator, you kind of want to isolate yourself from other creatives, so you don't, borrow from their stuff too much.
Right. Unless you know you're doing a joint venture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's about it with accountability, man. Like we all really, when you look in the mirror, if you know you're doing wrong to somebody, what is your gain for that? But when they cut it off, don't act like you wasn't trying to play them. You get what I'm saying?
And
like
that's the nugget.
So that's just what it is, man.
And so, today, we decided to give y'all a quick hitter, give y'all this daily dividend because, like we said, time is money and we just trying to push the culture forward. Everybody uses that word, but I happen to know for a fact that people that look like you and me, culture is not necessarily always just about negativity. Culture can be about uplifting the people as well. And so that's what cultural currency is all about. I'm JoePro973.
I'm Swiss Langacy.
And that's what it is.